If you were arrested for shoplifting for the first time, you're probably asking yourself, am I going to go to jail? Well, the answer is it depends. I think the most important thing is it depends on where are you located. If you're in a more liberal state like New York, I think you have a very good chance of not going to jail. So for instance, in New York City where I practice, if you get arrested for shoplifting for the first time, it's very possible that your lawyer will be able to speak to the district attorney's office and convince them to essentially give you a break. And oftentimes I'm able to speak to the prosecution and actually get them to not only not give you jail time, but to actually dismiss or reduce the charges down so that you don't even get a criminal record. But again, I practice in New York, and so it's very dependent on where you are. If you're in a more conservative state that has very strict tough on crime legislation and prosecutors, then it may be different. However, if you're in a place like New York, I think that it's very possible that you could get the charges dropped so that you don't get a criminal record and you don't go to jail. It's going to be very dependent, though, on the value of the property. So for instance, let's say that you were shoplifting from Nordstrom's and you stole a $3,000 coat. It's going to be a bit more difficult because you're likely going to face felony charges compared to a misdemeanor charge. On the other hand, if you just stole a pack of bubble gum or one article of clothing that was just $100 or several $100s, it's much more likely that you will be able to avoid jail and with the help of a criminal defense lawyer get your charges dropped down so you don't get any sort of criminal record. If you have a petty larceny or shoplifting charge in New York City, feel free to give me a call. We can talk about your case and discuss a strategy to get your charges dropped.